What is up, guys? In today's video, I'm going to be going over a bunch of the leaks, news, and rumors we have so far about Fortnite Chapter 7. As always, if you guys do enjoy this video, find it helpful, informative, or interesting, remember to give it a like, subscribe if you like to see more, comment down below what you think of these leaks, and if you guys would like to use my code in the shop when getting anything or the Chapter 7 Battle Pass, it is EvolveJake, just like my channel name is, and it is underneath the webcam at all times. And so, in this video, I'm going to be covering leaks. If you are someone who wants to remain unspoiled and go into Chapter 7 surprised, you should click off the video now. There was recently an event that Epic invited a bunch of creators to kind of test the new season and play the new season and see the new season. And some things from this leaked. There was gameplay videos that leaked and screenshots that leaked. I'm not going to be showing those things on screen during the video because I don't want my channel to get copyrighted, but they're out there. I'm just going to talk about them and go over the news we have. So the map is seemingly going to be based around the west coast of the United States, but it will have an art style similar to that of Chapter 5 and Chapter 6. So the Chapter 5 map was Europe themed and the Chapter 6 map was Japanese themed, but the art style of the game was very similar between those chapters, and that's kind of how this one will be, but instead of being Europe or Japan, it will be the west coast of the United States. And there's currently rumored to be areas that resemble California, Las Vegas, and even Area 51. Fortnite themselves has actually posted teasers for some of these locations that we'll see on the map, and I'll have these pictures on screen now, and you can see that, you know, as I said, it kind of resembles the west coast of the United States, and it is expected that we will see the Hollywood sign on the map, kind of similar to how we had the Springfield sign on the Simpsons map, and there will also be a casino area, kind of, you know, as a reference to Las Vegas, and actually something that resembles the Las Vegas Sphere as well. And that will probably tie into the storyline or the event in some way because the Las Vegas Sphere can kind of like show different images and videos. This thing will probably do something similar in the area where it resides. And so the initial theme of the chapter is going to be, as I said, the West Coast of the United States, Hollywood, Las Vegas. But keep in mind, this isn't something that may stick throughout the entire chapter. If you remember, Chapter 5 was Europe themed, but as it went on, it wasn't like every season was Europe themed or had that European architecture. And same with Chapter 6 being Japan. Like there was Japanese references throughout the entire chapter, but once we got into like seasons 3 and 4, there were some still areas on the map, but the new areas didn't really tie into that theme as well. So it's not like the entire chapter is going to be this theme probably. There was also a lot of weapon leaks because of that event that Fortnite invited creators to, and it seems like we'll actually get a mix of returning and new weapons, which is pretty surprising because typically with new chapters we get entirely new weapons. But there will be a new Deadeye assault rifle, which looks actually like the basic Fortnite AR, but it has a new sight on it. I'll have a picture on screen now of a concept someone made based on leaked pictures. And this is just a concept, and so this isn't exactly what it will look like, but they were trying to recreate the leaked image without it being copyrighted, and this is what it ended up looking like. The Enforcer AR is expected to return, and I think this will be a hit scan version of it, like how with the Simpsons season, we had a hit scan version of the Striker AR, so they're just basically reusing that weapon and reusing that weapon model, but it will essentially be a new weapon. There's going to be a new sniper rifle, and there will also be a new Uzi-styled SMG. A character is actually holding this on the art Fortnite themselves posted, kind of promoting the new chapter. So that's definitely something we're going to be getting. For shotguns, we will be getting a new pump style shotgun, and then there's also going to be something called the Gambler shotgun. This is tying into that Las Vegas theme once again. I'm interested to see if this is just called Gambler in name or if there's an RNG kind of slot machine element to the shotgun where like your damage is just somewhat random. If that's the case, and it's just like really hit or miss how good your damage is going to be, I think that is something that I would not really enjoy, but who knows, the names of items in Fortnite don't always directly mean anything. And we will also be getting a new wingsuit mobility item that will allow you to fly around. I haven't seen video of this, but I did see a screenshot of the character flying with this, so that should definitely be something that comes to the game. And there are no weapon mods, and it seems like these weapons are going to be hit scan. There will probably be some projectile weapons in the loot pool, like the sniper, for example, but it's not like we're going back to Chapter 5 and having mods and everything being projectile again, at least from the leaked gameplay that creators got to play. Another major change in Chapter 7, and I think this is potentially going to be one of the biggest change, is that storms can have unique shapes, and I'll have an example of this on screen now. This example was a concept made by Osiren, and so it's not like the storm will literally be the 7 shape, but this was just them playing around with it and making a concept example. But in Chapter 7, the storms will be capable of having unique shapes and not just being a circle all the time. I'm interested to see if this is something that's always happening, or if it's just like a random chance you end up in a game with a weird storm like that. And then also, if the shapes are just like completely random, or if there's just like several preset shapes that we end up seeing throughout the course of games. This is something that I'm interested to see how it plays out. I've seen a lot of like extreme opinions about this one way or the other, where people are either loving it or hating it. But I think it's really hard to say as of now without really playing and without having played a lot with this change to know like how it will actually impact the game. But it's something I'm open to, and I'm interested to see like how it will play out. We should also be getting drivable reboot vans and some sort of self-revive. This self-revive has been something that's gotten a lot of attention, again, with people having extreme opinions. But when we just get leaks around this, it's hard to know how it will actually play. In Warzone, self-revive was something that you could buy from the buy stations, and then you would be able to revive yourself when you were knocked. But in Fortnite, like, who knows how it would actually play? It could end up being something like a medallion where only one person on the map has it, and it's like a one-time use thing. I think the balance of this really depends on how it plays out, and just knowing that it's a thing doesn't really give us enough information. And then same with drivable reboot vans. The thing I'm most curious to see about this is whether or not they will be indestructible. Because if you remember, if you know, the reboot vans on the map, they can't be destroyed. And so if this drivable reboot van was just a permanent piece of cover, I think that would be pretty crazy, and I expect it to be something that can be destroyed. And then there will also be hot air balloons around the map. Don't know if this is going to be something that's constant on the map, or if it comes in through certain times, kind of like how supply drops did. But there is some sort of expectations that there will be hot air balloons around the map that you could probably use to fly around the map. We had a similar concept to this, I guess, in Chapter 3 with balloon vaults, where you could go up to it and loot the vault, and then you could also use the balloon to fly away. And that's just something that is like on map mobility that is pretty good to kind of speed up the pace of the game and not make it as slow to travel around the map. We also know of plenty of skins and collabs that will be coming to the game. The announcement thing that Fortnite invited creators to itself was a collab with Kill Bill, and this kind of played into the whole like Hollywood movie theme of the season. But we know the bride from Kill Bill will be coming to the game, and it has also been announced that Gogo Yabari will be coming to the game, because you can actually get this skin early by getting tickets to see Kill Bill on opening weekend. I believe this is in the United States only, and you have to buy it online. But if you Google that and look into that, there is a way to get that skin by buying tickets to see that movie on opening weekend. It is also known that Marty McFly from Back to the Future and his shoes will be coming to the game at some point during this season as well. And then I would also expect a lot more movie collabs with all the Hollywood stuff going on for the map, and that being like a big theme of the season. And the entire reveal, as I said, was all centered around like Hollywood movies, the red carpet, the premiere of, you know, the new chapter. So I think they're playing into that a lot, and we'll probably get a lot of movie collabs during this season and during this chapter. Not like that really says much though, because we've been getting collabs with movies for years now, you know, but maybe we'll see, you know, different types of collabs than what we typically see during this season. And from the leaked gameplay that people posted, and from skin surveys that Epic themselves has posted, people kind of matched the skins we saw in the leaked gameplay to some of the survey skins. And these are skins that will be coming in Chapter 7. I'll have a picture on screen now of like a picture someone put together using those survey skins and like cross-referencing the gameplay. But these are some of the skins that will be coming to the game during Chapter 7, likely being Battle Pass skins. As always, when it comes to skin surveys, things end up looking a bit different once they're actually in game compared to the survey. But yeah, this is a look at what some of the skins might be for this season, and that is going to be it for this video. There is a lot of gameplay and a lot of pictures and stuff out there, but I just wanted to quickly go over what I could. As always, if you guys enjoyed this video, found it helpful, informative, or interesting, remember to give it a like, subscribe if you'd like to see more. Let me know down in the comments below what you're most excited for, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.